Hi, Adam and Sean. I thought I would put together a couple notes to add uh, to the V-Ray versus V-Ray for SketchUp experience that are significant. The materials are not loaded by default, and they must be had through the what's called this Chaos Cosmos browser. Let me give you an example, and I've applied uh, various and sundry um, V-Ray materials to some objects over here. The original texture for the granite, for example, is an inferior one that came with SketchUp. I'm gonna go into chaos and attempt to replace it. So I'm going to sort of minimize that. Look at this counter. I'm going to double click it, right? And say, all right, let's paint this with a true uh, V-Ray material. So I'm going to look in stone. The That Chaos browser is loaded through SketchUp here, Chaos Cosmos, right? Shows that window. So it's the same window that renders and otherwise invokes the asset manager. So I'm looking, okay, let's get back to this. I'm looking for a stone, impressive stone, magma. Okay, we don't need volcanic. There's something attractive. Okay, so you click on import. And until you do this successfully, it doesn't bring it into the project. Then you have to look in marble black 01 150 centimeter. Then you have to look in your materials. I've listed the ones in the model that in fact that's available for you to draw with. So basically I'm drawing over, well, what's visible to me here. Close component. I set that to emphasize. Same here. Let's do the same. And why don't we leave that be? Let's say I wanted a different kind of wood for these cabinets. I would select one of them, right? Let's look at some wood textures. Find something extraordinary. Mahogany. Okay, why not black? To click download and then import. And that disappears, and it's a hint that it's available for you to draw with. Or it's a tricky matter sometimes of finding the texture. There it is. I'll just right on the faces of those guys. okay? Because that was the same component, it's going to give me that over there as well. Now I can go back to SketchUp and re-render the point of view that I'm looking at. I want to keep this short. I'll make these files available to you guys. And then there's one other thing I want to mention about lights. And you'll remember when you and I taught this class in 2019, we had the devil of a time arranging light elements in a grid in SketchUp. It hasn't gotten any easier, but if you use a grid tool, and you do need to create an enclosure for the lamp, so that the holes you see in the ceiling here are actually 8-inch diameter holes that extend 10 inches into the ceiling, and the lamp, the source of light, is placed within that. Anyway, the file will be available to you. This will take some time to render, but you can see from you can already start to see the improved quality of the black marble compared with the inferior granite texture that we had. Let me stop there, and I'll post this. I'll send you a link to the file itself. It's a SketchUp 2021 file. Use it, rate it at will, and call or write with questions. When I email this, it'll have this completed rendered image.